was Eastern Europe qualifiers for TI. I think we saw it every position.
Yeah,
we saw it we saw it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because there was like GPK playing at mid, Sweden Strong 4, like every offlaner was playing at 3. I think we had, I don't know, it was like Seneko or someone like playing at 5. There was like 1 or 2 5 Primal Beasts in there as well. Definitely here that can fit into a lot of roles, but from this mid lane, the fact he's got so much base damage, he's so tanky against this ranged Lesh. He can withstand a lot of that early pain, and he's so good at rotating into side lanes.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Like you never know when he's coming because the cooldown's so low on the ultimate. He can just be charging into your lane if you're not prepared for it. So it does mean that vision's going to be very important, which certainly was a struggle for Darkside last game. I think that overall their vision into the enemy territory was quite weak. Felt like that's partly why the support struggled a lot, as they weren't able to get confident paths for the ganks they wanted to go on in the early. So to keep an eye and see if they can find something a little bit better this time.
Yeah, especially with Roger playing one of I guess more of a front-facing hero than a hide-in-the-trees hero. Now, looking at Roger, you mentioned the Surge, the Iron Shell, really get involved, get on top of people. It's all about making space for this man in the bottom lane. Ramsey's morphling, already being chased out of his jungle. And Seneko showing on the bottom rune. I'll just trade 2 for 2, though. Some interesting vision coming out. Like, Dire has a lane ward bottom near tier 1, and Radiant has a ward over their rune.
I mean, I do like that ward generally when I'm playing versus Morphling a lot, because they like to go really low under the tower, and you might get it because like if you have the right hero, right, you can snipe him when he thinks he's out of vision. But they don't really have the best hero here. I guess with decay buffs, there's a chance now. But maybe one really good soul rip, now just snipe him.
Yeah, soul rip with a soul assumption. Lots of soul damage in the bottom lane from Navi.
Soulful duo, that's for sure.
There's. I mean, Seneko already feeling it. Getting a lot of punches. Just 1 decay stack. Gives a little bit of bonus damage there to the Undying. So Visage Undying against that Maiden Morphling, while top lane Mirana Lifestealer up against the Darkseer Tiny. And Mirana's going to have a decent time up here just being a ranged hero against a double melee. And Lifestealer can sustain through Iron Shell for the most part.
Yeah, that's certainly the point with the counter pick. They like to go towards that. Sort of like dodged out. When you are being hit by it, you just the life steal. A timeless classic versus the Dark. Yeah.
And he gets a little more worrisome.
Though, he's getting those double decays.
Oh, is he? I mean, Ramsey's pretty low. They've both got sticks in his lane.
Don't do it again. Dude, you cannot get double decayed as 2 range heroes. That is not okay. Okay, to be fair, it's because he has the ward. But still, like, come on.
He's 1v2ing. He's got the mangoes. This man knows what's up.
I mean, he used to be an adventurer like you and I, but then he took an arrow to the knee.
Oh.
See.
He's like 3 to the chest as well.
It's tough.
Looking a little worse for wear. He's bullied back. Like, yeah, again, double decay.
Stop.
Seneko and Ramsey.
You gotta stop, dude. You can't, please.
It's just such a free lane for Laze now. 4 last hits, but that's going to start stacking up as he drags this wave back further and further. Ramsey's going to have to start ferrying out more regen to himself. Seneko's holding a salve, but...
He was too slow. Dude, he was so close to getting the camp back on the 2-minute mark.
Oh, yeah,
just
still blocked.
Barely didn't get it.
Unfortunate. Malady. 1-1-0 build, so no tombstone here. Just looking for this bullying effect onto Ramsey. He even pops a mango thinking about the soul rip, but...
There it is. That's his moment. Dude. Oh, he was so low.
Ramsey knows what's up. He's not going to get caught out.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, yes. Just you wait.
Oh, that was a little close, though. Pops his stick.
Not even close. Yeah,
right on time.
might have been down to single digits for half a second there. It's all right.
I'm just going to take a quick peek into these other lanes. It feels
I know, right?
The bottom lane is so exciting. Well, Primal Beast, 11-1, Leshrac, 14-2, so slight lead for Rebel, but both getting water runes, both doing fine there. And top lane, as we'd expect, Darkside is doing okay, but V2 farming away.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of opportunities there. Oh, nice toss back into the tower. Suntron takes a bad angle jump there, but big of a deal. And you're playing lane with no arrow setups. You're kind of just chilling up there as the Mirana. You just try and stop the Tiny from pulling the waves into annoying spots. It's your only job right now.
And he's burning through a lot of their regen, like Roger's having to walk all the way back to base. Curious to see if he TP's mid to refill bottle. There's a rune coming up in 20 seconds. There might be an option there for Roger. Or if he just wants to go straight back top and... yeah, this lane pairing, you need the Tiny Darkseer to be together, or else DK Fogus is in a situation like this where he's just being pummeled by the Mirana over and over again. Nicky Cool. Oh, he's away from the avalanche. Roger couldn't quite connect. And a 4-minute rune. Toss. Steal.
Oh.
Beautifully done.
That hurts. All right, see ya.
And back to
Run
base.
on home.
And back to the bottom lane. Ramses.
Yeah. That ward put in so much work, actually.
Giving them so many opportunities. A nice synchronization there with the soul spells as well. Malady trying to line it up perfectly with a soul rip when it lands, so there's no window to really use your stick effectively.
It is crazy though, like, so letting a double decay happen in the past was always bad, but it is so much worse now. Like, I'm gonna keep harping on this because he keeps the regen now. That's why he can buy like 10 mangoes. He doesn't need regen, right? Because he's healing from these double decays.
Oh, is this enough damage? Another soul something comes. It is not a comfortable lane for Ramses. In 19 last hits, but he is fighting tooth and nail for every single CS.
How does this man still have a tango when all he's done is punch you? Like, it's actually crazy.
Are they going to get Seneko here? Oh, the ward expires. They don't get to keep the vision on the Maiden. And now maybe a turn. The soul assumption. The fairy blood's not enough. Lays gets first blood 5 minutes in. We're expecting a little bit sooner, but they get it done.
That was 225 damage. Man, that spell hits hard early.
What's happening up at top, eh? A dive onto DK Fogus. He surges around. Sweden Strong and V-Tune getting some damage onto this tier 1 with a catapult wave arriving. Oh, the toss back bottom. Lays thrown in towards the creeps. Roger, Seneko, and Ramses turning onto Malady now, and they will get the kill, but it cost Roger his life. While in the mid lane, Nicky Cool going to onslaught away. It's just happening. Everywhere you look is action.
This is the catapult wave here, though, so... that's not going to be for Rebel to say. No one else is rotating in, so they're not going to try and keep this pressure up. It's also a Primal Beast who was about to hit 6, so it's kind of a scary target to go on. He does have 1140 HP.
Incredibly tanky, yeah. Seneca's even come across, secure the rune for Rebel.
Big wave coming in bottom again here for Lays. Like, already had the one wave without Malady. Now, Malady's going to join over here, actually. Still no tombstone here, so no big commit into the tree line.
What was that tip for?
You know, good friends, that's all.
Oh,
all right, well, Ramses, I mean, I was watching that. I thought he was going to live, I'll be real. Messed up the shift, wasn't fast enough.
Unlucky. I was watching the the Mirana and the Tiny figuring out what was going on there. Just
Rebels made the jump down here, but I don't know. I think this isn't going to be successful.
there's nothing left for him to do.
And this just kills all the farm that Ramses was going to come back for.
Oh, no. Well, Ramses goes mid now, so he holds that lane. But yeah, now it's the chance for Navi to react and bring heroes of their own into the bottom spot. Split Earth onto Mirana. They've killed off the Maiden. The leap to the high ground. Sweden Strong surviving. The miss uphill doesn't finish him off. Now Rebel in trouble. Nicky Cool. Trample him down and get a kill on the Lesh. That's the thing. You bring Rebel down there. Don't get anything done. And you're kind of stuck in this situation where the vacuum has to be filled by someone. And Navi have the tools to fill it up, bring the heroes down, and make sure that it's all shut down.
Yeah, that's a bit of a disaster. And then I love that Nicky Cool even held off on the pulverize. You saw him go for it, and he's like, wait, hold on. Like, just in case I messes up with the illusion. Gonna ensure I secure this kill here. Roger also here for the mid lane, trying to get some pressure going. And going on your back foot with this lineup on the side of Darkside, rather, doesn't feel that great. You know, Darkseer, definitely a hero that plays pretty chill. Doesn't go for a whole lot of fights, you know.
He is a farmer. He is a sit back and farm kind of guy. And it's another game where it's, you know, closing in on 10 minutes and we've not talked about V-Tune. he's just doing whatever he wants. Looks like he's going to be going for that Armlet Deso build, so definitely looking to pick up the tempo pre-20 minutes. Yeah, curious to see how they deal with him, right? Magic Immunity Piercing disables damage pretty lacking, so this could be a free game for V-Tune as this Lifestealer. They've got to catch bottom onto Laze. That's a tasty kill as Rebel does make his way down here again.
They really needed that. Put some pressure on this Viv here. Neko going for an aggressive ward here. Not going to live through it.
Oh, arrow misses. Nicky Cool should have him, though.
Surely.
He's got Onslaught in a second. He's going to walk forward, wander in towards Seneko. He's taking his sweet time dying, but he will finally fall.
Face.
Yeah, Ramses is farming. It's all good.
That's what we'll go with. And Ramsey's hoping to be much more active this game. I think Morphling is a hero. Obviously, you can still AFK farm a little bit, but I'd like to see him get involved on the earlier end. Has some good morph targets. Be it the Undying, the Primal Beast, even Mirana. Honestly, these are all pretty damn good. So you can be happy with whoever you grab. I think early on, the Tombstone's obviously a pretty big target to grab. So you have like the counter Tombstone and the engagement, and you can just like, keep decaying and fighting, and fighting. And then the other big one will probably, I don't know actually which one I would take. They're all really good. Like Mirana's got great tools. Probably Mirana, like the big nuke this early, because you know they're gonna have the Starstorm.
There are a lot of options. No life still up the rage. And V-Tune's got his hand to Midas, farming away, but there's a catch on to Nicky Cool. Primal Beast getting tossed around, frostbitten, onslaught to high ground, and he's saved up.
That's scary.
Came in there last second from Malady, who is now found though. Lash and Morphling both chasing him down.
That's kind of crazy though. That was so many of their spells, and they still weren't able to get it. Yeah, it's because of the sacrifice from Malady, but still, you know, that the damage is looking a little bit rough right now.
Nice, difficult times. And then they've got multiple heroes to try and contend with. Visage is getting tanky. Lifestealer.
It's Midasing.
Very strong. Midasing away into that armlet. And I was watching him. He's pulling these camps occasionally into large camp to try and not only increase his own farm, but to try and stop DK Focus from doing the same thing. This Darkside has been trying to farm deep in enemy jungle, and he just caught out with a pulverized Starstorm.
Hit him with a smackdown. What a satisfying hero, I have to say. One of the most satisfyingly animated heroes in Dota. Big fan of how they've added this giant beast that just like literally throws you at the ground. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, and of course, first item you buy on this hero is BK Beast. You get even bigger. He's just a huge dinosaur wandering around.
If only we could buy Giant's Ring. 8,000 gold. That's pretty accurate.
Neutral items.
Yeah. Pretty pricey, I think.
I still stand by my suggestion of being able to buy a boot slot later on in the game. I think you should be able to spend like 3k gold and buy a slot for your boots.
That'd be like having a TP slot, okay? You're just getting ridiculous.
Yeah,
great smoke wrap around here.
Yeah, catching Visage yet again. They're going to expend freezing field for it, but if they can get Malady as well, and the Tombstone being dropped makes it all worth it. Navi not going to react to this. Don't bother responding down in that dead lane bottom. Just let them get the job done. Now they're kind of stuck down here while you're making a move up top.
Bit of a classic situation of your own vision making you feel safe. They had an obs up on the high ground. Felt like, oh, there's no one wrapping around behind us. But of course, the smoke move.
Dox is pretty tanky with his Vanguard. He dropped his wall preemptively, and now the reaction's up top from Darkside. TK Focus pretty safe, and maybe a shove onto tier 1.
Ramsey's almost level 9, or we'll probably see the morph. I feel like to actually battle it a little bit here and get involved. He's gonna hold that point for at least a little.
He's gonna put it into stats or something, just to be funny. No one's gonna come up and defend this tower though. It looks like Navi pretty content. Getting V-Tune farmed up and probably gonna smoke off the back of this armlet timing. And they're ready to go.
Yeah, it's a good time to pressure for them because they know that the Tiny's just farming Blink, right? Roger's showing down bottom. He won't be here for this.
Again, though, first point of contact is that Darkseer, but the arrow pulverized. They've got the lockdown this time. Make sure he dies before he can surge away.
Look at Ramsey's confidence, though. Keeps farming up, even though it's just the small camp here. Like, feels like his hero's pretty indestructible. He's keeping that point on Morph just in case. At this point, if you're holding the point for this long, Oh, I actually just meant that. I say that to adapt. Okay, sounds good.
Oh, still no morph.
Hopefully you don't fight.
I mean, is this, I'm just looking across the Navi heroes. No one's going for like Spirit Vessel or anything. So what's the way they contend with this Morphling? Like, kill everybody else and then kill him after? Or do they think they've got enough lockdown to bring him down?
Definitely feels like he can be mostly ignored still for now. But yeah, an eventual plan for him would be good. I can understand not wanting to commit for Spirit Vessel, even on something like Sweden Strong, because it feels like, you know, you still have tools up against it. You obviously do it at certain timings, and then like spell can be a bit tough there.
It's a pretty expensive item nowadays as well.
Yeah.
It feels so impossible to buy it on a +5. Kind of hard now to buy it on a 4. I guess there's Visage, yeah, going for regular aura items. Vlad's into the pipe. So some way to mitigate the Lesh's damage, which Malady is going to feel in full force. Wandered into the wrong neck of the woods. And a bit of calm time now. Everyone's just waiting for their carries to be real strong.
This is very good for Darkside. Yeah. They need that little bit of space. They need that time to get the Blink Dagger up onto Roger, because it feels like they can't really commit anything. So it's flying out now. Hopefully, yeah, X-Ray will arrive safely. And probably into an immediate move there with Rebel, but doesn't have a smoke, so he's going to have to bait him out instead.
Yeah, just push one more wave. I'm a Lesh down here. Come and deal with me.
What do you think about the Crimson Guard on DK Phogos?
That's interesting. Yeah, it's not like we see too much of nowadays, but against familiars and against zombies, it's pretty freaking strong.
Yeah, it's very valuable. And it's like, with the changes to Wraith Pact, I feel like it gets even more overshadowed in some ways, but this is an instance where this should be better, because the basic block versus those units in particular is much, much stronger than a Wraith Pact. Oh, I cannot believe he got that leap away in time.
just barely. But now this does create a situation where, you know, 15 or so minutes in, both teams are kind of eyeing up Roshan. They'd love to go play into this dire jungle as Darkside, get a couple of pickoffs and maybe wander in there.
They want that Roche before there's BKB on Primal Beast. I mean, the hero just gets so hard to deal with, but it's there. He's only 10 gold away at this point, so unless they're rushing in now, they're going to have a hard time getting that versus that Primal Beast.
Well, they're all grouping up as an RV. It looks like they want to go for another smoke play again. They're not spreading wide across the map. Try and play a little tighter together and look for that precision strike into the hearts of Darkside.
If Navi missed their initial stun onto Ramses, he's going to be really hard to catch. Because like their overall catch and like secondary chase down is pretty weak. And the Morphling now has the big range too.
Sentry's too far away. They see the Lesh straight in on top of him. And Raoul, he's nearly dead. The trample and the damage from V2, and it's enough as they chase Roger now with the zombies. But arrow already spent and the TP home looks like a good one. Gets away safely. While Seneko, he joins his squad back in the well.
That Bloodstone was going, guys. I know you couldn't tell,
he used it,
but he head pressed it despite dying very, very quickly. Whoa. That was not the fight they needed. Great play there from Navi, finding that aggression. Immediately with the BKB on Nicky Cool. Not afraid to pop it at all, right? Got the onslaught through 3 to the back lines. Got his perfect target.
He knew exactly who he was gunning for. And the fact now you've got BKB plus Rage, these two heroes who do not suffer to Lesh's damage whatsoever. It looks like Darkside still pivoting towards the Roche, though. And this is what we were really thinking both teams would be eyeing up, but
thanks for the assist.
Ground vision. Seneko has the observer ward up there.
Yeah, and Sweenstrong sees that and says, like, I can't be here. We don't have vision. There's no BKB on Primal Beast. So this is still good. This is a good punish. They recognize that they're not going to want to fight this without the Primal Beast having the BKB. They're not at full strength right now. We don't really have any cooldowns that we're lacking. So we can get in here and do this. So they do grab that. They put on their Lesh rack. Going to help out and allowing him to sort of frontline and tank a little bit and farm towards that BKB to try and be that continued forward presence. But, man, it just feels like they still have a long way to go here. It feels like this Morphling just needs to be massive.
It almost feels like this Aegis putting it on Lesh, I mean, it's like a split push Aegis. You know, he's going to go to these side lanes and be like, right, I'm going to push this all the way to tier 2s or tier 3s. If they come and deal with me, I'll die once. You react, we come and have a fight around me. I just don't know if Darkside want to be making aggressive moves of their own right now. And these wards from Navi. Great placement in behind tier 1 mid. Sweden Strong and Nicky Cool lurking on that right-hand side. But Roger with a slick move of his own, dragging creep waves away.
Big Deso's there. Time to see if they have the deeps. Whenever Nicky Cool eventually grabs that Morphling, I feel like that'll be the goal.
Especially with so many turnaround plays with Avalanche, Vacuum. Well, Smoke immediately breaks on Roger, who blinks up towards Roche, tumbles towards the rest of his team. I know this is coming now. I don't know. Does that vision...
Run away!
That vision let them see anything? Not really.
Oh, Seneko. Nice.
Oh, he's out of there! Spooky situation. Man, it's got to feel good as Darkside. You're buying more and more time. You're drawing all of the action up towards top. You're evading any kind of team fight. You're straight back down to bottom lane. Darkseer, an exceptional split pusher in his own right.
You know, I wasn't sure what Ramses was going to buy with this. Like, if he gets a Linken's, I feel like he can't die. I mean, he's got Scotty queued up, which, I mean, obviously he's very good versus Lifestealer. But, like, honestly, if someone puts a Linken's on him, how does he die? Because I feel like they kind of need to pulverize him or just YOLO an arrow into him.
Yeah.
Or, you know, eventually get bashed. But the bash is a long ways away for V-Tune. But I can also understand being like, I don't feel like I can afford a Linken's because my team is kind of low on damage already. So if I'm buying that big defensive item with that much gold, it's going to be hard. But
yeah, it feels like...
kind of looks invincible with one.
It feels like the way teamfights want to go for Darkside is they kind of want the Morphling or Lesh to be caught, and then they make the counterplay, and then they chase. It's like having Surge and Tossback and Scardy Slow. Probably going to pay off more than a defensive item.
That is tough, though, because there's also no blink on DK Fogos, so it means that like a lot of the turnaround is based off of Roger.
Yeah, true. And thinking about damage, I don't know, I always underestimate Soul Assumption. It's level 2, but with this Lifestealer Primal Beast, the amount of just like alpha damage, right? They enter a team fight and they're just like, bam! There's alpha. Just like, there's damage straight up. You don't have to wait around for your beta damage or whatever else. You just got straight up. Here we go.
Tower not enjoying the build from V-Tune here of Midas and Deso.
Ceases to exist.
Gone very quickly. A sad Deso, though. Still no charges here.
Oh, I'll get there. And how many hits does it take to kill Crystal Maiden? Like 4, 5?
Definitely less than it takes licks to get inside of a Tootsie Pop. I can confirm that.
How many is that? 372?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Good estimate. You know, it depends on the grit of the tongue, you know, like sandpaper.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it depends on how much friction you got going on there.
Give it to your cat.
Yeah, you know, that's an easy 400 grit right there.
Oh, hello. Moonlight Shadow.
Everybody smoked.
Yeah, where's this Darkside smoke going? Where are they heading? Oh, just away. Oh, they want to go hold a high ground. Both teams go to enemy ancients.
Definitely not a North American game here with 10 people smoking. You know, we got a lot of the propaganda out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can't have that.
It's bad for your health.
That's not good. You can't be doing that.
Green strong invis. Okay, I think everyone knows where everybody is now. But Radiant have the vision advantage in this spot. Absolutely. 2 observer wards catching a glimpse of people. Oh yeah. Just wrap around into wrap around.
Christmas is over, guys. Stop the rapping. All right.
We've gone to the Christmas market and got on the merry-go-round as well. Just round and round we go. Straight on to Ramses. BKB pulverized, trying to aim for the Morphling. Tombstone's down, but Ramses is about to die. They've got the damage through the pulverize, and you were absolutely right. Rebel now trying to turn, but he's got a BKB and TP home. Navi assert their dominance with a double smoke movement, and Darkside just didn't seem to have what it took to protect their Morphling.
Yeah. I mean, I literally think it's the only way he dies. Is just getting... Well, I mean, the Blink build is just perfect from Nikki. She's like, if I just grab Morphling, we win these fights. I'm going to BKB. I'm going to grab him. What are they going to do?
Nothing.
And he has no time to react, obviously, because you know that little Lincoln's pop that triggers their monkey brain.
Kill the Undying. Nikki Cool's Primal Beast is inside his freezing field. A force down vacuum. Interesting little interaction there. Drifting and sliding around. Big old Dino. Doesn't want to become extinct just yet, but Roger might be shutting out his gene pool as they do take down 3 with Rails, Leshrac, and Lays. Running back and a Rage TP from V2. Nothing to stop it there. Roger is... Oh, he's still hunting. Hey, 2 seconds on the blink cooldown. The Tumbler's Toy and the jump forward. He'll not get it. Oh, it was close. The trees get in the way. Kill the familiars, though. And that was a resummon as well, so no familiars for the Visage now for 100 seconds.
All right, unexpected result of killing the Morphling instantly. Then losing 3 heroes and giving a bunch of gold over to a Leshrac. Not what I had on my bingo card here.
Yeah, big money.
And an eventual Shiva's guard there as well. Now, yeah, secondary save, the Force Staff done for Roger here too. So we're getting somewhere. We're getting to that saving state. I feel like I haven't seen maybe I just have missed it. I haven't seen like that clutch tombstone yet this game.
Like a high ground one?
Yeah, like a really high ground one, like one that's like, because they don't really have the best options for destroying it this match. Morphling doesn't want to spend time on that. Crystal Main's not level 20. All right. Eventually, Crystal Main, the GOAT at killing tombstones and eggs, you know, loves that. But takes a hot minute to get to level 20 for your Crystal Maiden. So now you know, got the drums, just playing the bongos in the back line.
I'll try and move a little bit quicker. And with 30 seconds left on Roche fast spawn, we're again in one of these situations where everyone's very tight and holding hands together. Nikki Cool trying to figure out if he's got an angle in towards mid lane. But Rerils, yeah, he's popped his bloodstone, shoved it out, not going to get caught. Feels like everyone's just itching to smoke right now. They've got a gem on DK Fogas as well, so going to be able to shut down some of this vision.
They smoked down this way towards the outpost, hoping that maybe they were coming through. I'm not even sure. I guess they're pretty confident now that they're not here. Yeah, okay, they got the read now in the situation.
Hey, they really like that bottom right-hand corner of the map, Darkside. Not sure what's up with that, but Roshan was a 10-second spawn. Incredibly quick, and the jump in from Roger, very fast as well. Straight onto the Undying. Malady healing himself up. Doesn't even drop the tombstone, though. Wow. He'll hold that for his buyback.
That was a crazy play. Like, the way they did that without their Morphling at all. Like, Ramses was very far away, and they went for that pit.
Nikki with V2. They found the Lash trying to blow him up with the full staff. The save with the Greaves there as well. It still died inside the Roche pit. And V2 is holding his BKB for the right moment to try and slip away from DK Fogas. He dropped the wall in on him, and V2 slow to a crawl. The Skadi slow from this Ramses Morphling, but they're stopped in their tracks by the familiar stuns landing. And now the damage comes in from the high ground. The tombstone's well placed, and they kill off the Darkseer. Seneko and Rail on the run home. Nice freezing field with a split earth landing.
Maybe.
The toss back on V2, kill the Lifestealer off, and now Lays. He's feeling the pain from Ramses. There doesn't seem to be enough control or damage. And Morphling has found a fight where he can really open up onto Navi.
They chased too long on that turnaround play. Perhaps an overextension. Oh, but hey, wait a minute. Looks like they're going to get one for free.
Or not. Force again. And Leshrac back in on top of the Primal Beast, forcing the onslaught. Back into Roshan for Ramses, though. With no Lifestealer.
They wanted that grab.
What's Sweden Strong doing here? Chucking arrows into the pit. Lays is nearby. He's got, is that one familiar? Yeah, he's got one familiar trying to scout. But Roger with a toss back, finding the Mirana. One leap, a full staff, no leaps remaining. And Roger trying to tumble forward. Arrows chucked back into the Roche pit. And now potentially here, Navi, with their heroes respawning, have defended.
She has buyback too, if necessary, but it doesn't seem that they'll need it because there's still BKB Blink on the Primal Beast. They do not want to go in that pit. There is, however, BKB now on that Morphling finished up here, so... Oh, BKB pops.
Yeah, because Nikki Cool's gone straight in. He's tried to charge onto DK Focus and Rail, but getting caught out by this Roger Avalanche toss again. Dragged around the team fight, and V-Tune pops out. The vacuum wall, and onto the life stealer. Tombstone's up on the high ground, but Ramses shreds through the Undying, and V-Tune's got nothing left to give here. Has to contend with his own illusion. And a buyback from the Primal Beast as well. Navi desperate to hold on to this second Aegis.
It's costing them a lot right now. Like that buyback right there too. Like, I mean, they knew he didn't have BKB either. Like, he popped it right before he died. So not a lot of threat in the return of that Primal Beast. Allows them to get a rather easy escape out. And they're content to just keep farming it up a little bit here because they know they needed the time for Ramses, and he is there at this point. He went from a quick grab and easy kill to now a very difficult hero to catch unless you get it before the BKB and with none of these allies, these saving moves are. Now they have the mobility, they have the blinks, they have the Force Staffs. Another Force Staff nearly done now for Seneko as well. And the damage stacking for Rabel too, so it's not just Morphling who has to do the heavy lifting. Also, these walls from DK Fogos. Really nice mid game from this Darkseer. Like, very greedy hero at the start, couldn't contribute a lot, but he's hitting the big plays.
This could be interesting though. Roger, he jumped into the Roche pit trying to scout them out, but it's everybody from Navi here. V-Tune takes him down, and it looks like a little retreat, not fully falling back. And Navi deciding, hang on, high ground, hold that.
Fogo saw the 5-hero vacuum, and he had to stop himself. He almost cast, and he's like, no, I don't have wall. I don't even know if I want them to know I'm here. Then he got hit by a zombie.
Oh, arrow. Got Roger in the back. But now, Nicky Cool, BKB, the jump on in, V-Tune, trying to get on Ramses, but the Pulverize stops, and the BKB's up from the Morphling. I'm not too sure. I think he cancelled it himself, and he's stuck now between Roger and Ramses, and with no buyback, he's dead for 70 seconds. Blaze vacuumed in the wall as well, and even with that stone form, he's going to be surrounded by Darkside heroes. Splitter timed well from Rail, and Ramses dominating.
That early momentum of Navi, they sort of just stalled out. Like they didn't have that same ability to pressure in the previous match, partially because they don't have like the ease, I think, of moving down the lanes with someone like the Drow Ranger, where you feel a little bit more confident approaching towers with the way that they were set up. A lot more pressure in terms of going for fights and kills because you have a Primal Beast mid instead of a Dazzle mid. It's harder to transition those, fights, even when you win a couple of them, into objectives because that wasn't like the base goal is get kill, get objective, but when you just go for objectives, you're already at the objective. They come to you. So yeah. It is harder to execute for Navi, and that stall out is what puts them back in the game. Roger's going for a crazy one there.
Yeah, trying to get deep into that base. Oh, they use that defensive tombstone.
Seneko Force Staffs him to the high ground in the hopes that he'll be able to blink, toss, and then Force Staff himself back out. That would be pretty good.
Yeah, nutty attempt.
And he's still the Tumbler's toy too, so he's just hopping and skipping all over the place right now.
He's everywhere. Nothing left up here for Darkside apart from a bit of farm for Ramses. Looks like he's the one making the call to shove out the bot lane, get involved over towards the Dire Ancient spot.
He had that Yash in his inventory, and he's like, you know what I need, guys? Dodge and Yash.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, how'd you kill him now? I'm still not sure what happened with that Pulverize, but it didn't look good.
It must have been self-canceled. That's all I can imagine, too. Because he was BKB'd, and it kind of looked like he maybe meant to cancel it before it happened. Like, he was like, oh, this doesn't look good anymore. But
or it's like, did I cancel it on an illusion by accident? And I'm like, oh, wrong one.
Big baby there. Dancing around.
Big baby?
Oh, well, he was taunting on Primal.
I see.
He throws the bottle and stuff. It really resonated with that.
Throwing the toys out of the pram.
Yeah. Pram, huh?
The pushchair, the buggy.
Oh,
Strollers, yeah, that was the one I...
The pram.
Pram, yeah. Lots of funny names. I don't know, when someone says stroller...
I feel like you guys would have a funny name for like a baby crib. You'd be like, the garden chest.
I don't know, do we call it crib?
I think you might be normies on that one.
I think so. The only other word that comes to mind is like a bassinet, but that's like slightly different.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Yeah. I don't know.
The baby chest. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, you got the Chesterfield, right? That doesn't make any sense. Of course, we say Chesterfield in Canada too, so you're not alone on that one.
We've got Worcester. We've got Leicester. We've got all these words.
Ourselves a surprise inside this beast man. Primal beast. Beast.
The Beastershire sauce. Leaping over. Yeah, Navi.
You know, of all the heroes ground up into a sauce, I feel like Primal Beast would be the tastiest. I mean, if we're on that wavelength.
You sure about that?
I think so.
The tastiest
he's got a little bit of spice,
I think Enchantress, like, hands down.
Yeah, she's up there. She's definitely up there. She's a strong contender.
Hello, Lexrak. He's got Aegis, right? He'll have a second life, so not a big deal him dying. Still holding BKB and the Bloodstone, while Navi have expended a fair amount there. Oh, Rail will BKB up and run away.
The nice thing is that we have vegetarian options too, like Treant Protector.
Or Morphling. It's just water.
I guess technically Sand King then at that point too. He's just sand,
Yeah. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to.
Darkseid just becomes grape juice. He's just delicious.
Pointy grapes. In Japan how they make the like square watermelons and stuff. Now I want a Darkseid themed pointy grape.
Ooh, now I want cubed grapes. Can they cube grapes? That would be hype.
They must be able to, right?
Oh, that's a nice novelty agriculture right there.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I did. Darkside need a high ground attack. Like I need a cubed grape right about now. If I had to say, is a common turn of phrase.
It is now.
Yeah. Oh, big arrow.
Who's he got? Oh,
yeah, he hits Seneko in the trees. Pointless arrow that's really far away.
I just really hate being in the position Navi are, with 5 heroes in the base kind of waiting for something to happen. They're probably out of smokes. Oh, they've got 1 smoke and Undying, so at least a way to get out of their base. But
okay,
it's just like finding the attack is difficult.
That is annoying, but I also hate it when you're 5 heroes standing at like the stairs and you feel like you shouldn't be going. Because like, oh, they're 5 on the high ground and we're 5 down here and like we don't have Aegis anymore. So they were both kind of in a tricky spot there.
And then you get into that kind of tug of war of, who kind of game of chicken, then tug of war. Who blinks first? Who goes to push out side lanes? Who fills the
No, it's a tug of war of the same team because the cores want to go farm.
But Nicky Cool. He had to BKB to defend himself against the Tiny. They blow up Roger, though, as Darkside with Ramses and DK. Fogas lands a 3-man vacuum, and Ramses onto Lace, forcing the stone form and blowing up. Nicky Cool. Familiar's falling quickly, and the Visage is surrounded. No way out of this. Destroyed by the Morphling, who is absolutely online now with a Crystallis. It's taken 36 minutes, but Ramses double damage rune helping him to secure a couple of good kills.
He's just so terrifying at this point. This was the eventuality that was promised. They really baited Navi into this Lifestealer pick. Like 100% they knew this Lifestealer was coming, and the lack of ban on the Morphling was certainly a bit of an oversight there, considering how commonly it is used as a counter pick to the Lifestealer. They got him pretty good. Yeah.
That snap pick. Very apparent.
Not to say they couldn't have won this game for Navi, but it is much harder, I think, with the Lifestealer.
Oh man, Morphling with Rage as well now. B-Team had to use it to de-ward the high ground.
How does it work with open wounds? You get it as long as you have the shard, right?
I think so, yeah.
I can't remember if they changed it, because I know it used to be that way, and then for some reason my brain thinks it might have been changed. No, he doesn't have it. Yeah, okay. I don't think it works that way. I think it used to work that way on both Morphling and Rubik, but now it only works that way on Rubik.
Okay.
I think.
So is it, like, if Lifesteal has a shard, will he then get it, or is it just...
Yes, I think it's reversed. So it's like, if they have the shard, I think you get it.
You're turning into them.
We'll check after. Well, that's the beauty of Dota, guys. There's a million mechanics, and sometimes you don't want to be 100% certain on things when you're not certain. But hey, I am certain that Lincoln's is very good. Good choice from Rebel there.
Fully protected now. And a great spot also to pivot up to this Ancients area. Start cutting into the bottom wave. That's going to take everything.
Looking for that sneaky play again.
They're going to show themselves on that Radiant Ward, though. And your barracks are falling so damn quickly. Lash and Morphling have taken down the ranged already.
That was a great Crystal Nova. It canceled any blink opportunity there for Nicky Cool. Getting a safe de-escalation of the situation. Oh, Niggy. Oh, I got him again. Another Crystal Nova.
And the toss there. Roger chucks the Primal Beast across, full snapping away, and the wall is dropped onto lifesteal while Ramsey waveform straining on top of V2, and he might be dying through the TP. Successfully home, though.
That arrow hitting the Darkseer illusion saved him.
Really?
Yeah, because he keeps taking a lot of damage.
Oh, it's called a cot. I'm just sorry, looking at chat. Yeah, baby's bed is called a cot.
Okay, I almost said cod as a joke. Are you serious?
No,
I'm not even kidding.
I completely forgotten, but chat, of course, well on top of things. Hey, put the baby in the cot.
I can't believe that.
Take him out of the push chair.
Wow, now I wish I had said that.
Take him out of the pram.
There. Yeah. Out of the pram into the cot.
Yeah.
Cot is only reserved here for the least comfortable of bed. It's just canvas over metal bars. That is a cot. You know, your typical
like an army bed.
Cot.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the only time we use that term.
Okay.
So I wouldn't put my baby in a cot. Gotta say, pretty uncomfortable.
I wouldn't put my baby in a stroller. I don't know, when I hear stroller, I think of that, the Zimmer frame, you know, the thing that old people use to keep their balance, roll along. Okay. In my head, that's what a stroller is. What are we looking at? A minute for Roche. Darkside, 23k ahead now. It's just been a one-way street this past 15 minutes. And Ramsey's out on his own, just wandering up to high ground, waiting for Navi to come to him, and another desperate
So we got
smoke.
Basher Lifestealer, we got Scythe on Visage. All right, these are key items that, given the right circumstance, could win you this fight. Might be now 23k, because if you just kill that strike right away, that's 23k right there.
Oh, but look at this positioning around the arcane room. Navi, they're about to get jumped, and Maldi's blown up. Onslaught, the Primal Beast, he's aiming the Morphling. He did get his PKD off, it looked like.
Wait.
And Ramsey's turning, surviving through it. Not a chance in hell of killing off this Ramsey's Morph. Far too tanky. And V2, he's going to have to try and BKB TP home again, leaving the rest of his squad to die. Darkside didn't lose a single soul, forced out a buyback from Maladies and dying, and V2 calls GG.
Yeah, the Roche was spawning in just a moment anyway. DK Focus checked. Wasn't there quite yet, but does not matter because they know that was their last chance. Got a couple items, went for the big fight. And the positioning, like you pointed out right at the start of that fight, just perfect.